Greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is a warming of Earth's surface and the air above it. It is caused by gases in the air that trap energy from the sun. These heat trapping gases are called greenhouse gases. The most common greenhouse gases are water vapor, carbon dioxide, ozone, nitrous oxide, and methane. Without the greenhouse effect, Earth would be too cold for life to exist. So let us look at what a diagram of the greenhouse effect would look like. So here we have the sun heating up the earth, and around the earth we are seeing the atmosphere, and in that atmosphere, that layer of gases around the earth, that's the layer that would contain the greenhouse gases: carbon dioxide, ozone, nitrous oxide, water vapor, methane. The sun would send down the sunlight. It would come on to the earth. There are things on earth that require sunlight, and after, when the evening is cool and the sun is going down, we have the excess heat reflected back out into the atmosphere. All right, so the greenhouse effect is actually this layer of gases trapping the heat and the sunlight from the sun. Now, why is it called the greenhouse effect? A greenhouse is a glass or a clear plastic house with plants inside. So it would allow the sunlight to enter. It would trap the heat that would cause plants to grow. So the greenhouse effect, it is similar with the sun and the earth and the layer of gases similar to a sheet of plastic over a real greenhouse for us to have that greenhouse effect. Now, we heard that it is important for some of this heat to remain trapped, yes, because we need the sunshine, we need the heat for things to grow and so on. All right, so this layer of heat that is trapped is good to one point, but we'll see that too much of it can cause harm. Lands, oceans, and plants absorb or soak up energy from sunlight. They release some of this energy as heat. Greenhouse gases absorb the heat and then send it back towards Earth. Without greenhouse gases, this heat would escape back into space. So here we have some ideas of uses of the sun's light and heat. So we have crops growing. We would have fish and so on in your marine and river habitats using sunlight. You'd also have seaweeds and plankton and so on living in those habitats that would require sunlight for growth. Here we have children playing outside in the sun. Sunlight is needed for the absorption of vitamin D, so it's important for us to be in the sunshine sometimes. And here we have one of the animals that use a lot of sunlight to keep it warm. That's an iguana. So they would come out and sunbathe to warm up themselves because they are reptiles, cold-blooded. All animals would need sunshine, and all plants require sunshine to produce food. And of course, we use plants as food, and so do animals. So sunlight and heat, very important. But as we said, let's look at further when too much of something becomes bad for us. Human activities are increasing the greenhouse effect. When people drive a car or operate a factory, they burn coal, oil, and other fossil fuels. This adds extra greenhouse gases to the air, and the extra gases trap more heat. Many scientists think that this has led to global warming or a steady rise in the average temperature of the Earth's surface. So here we're going to look at a couple pictures that will show us how human activities will cause extra greenhouse gases to enter our atmosphere. So we have a picture of a factory, and of course when they burn coal or oil or whatever gas or fossil fuel that they are using, it's going to give off carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, probably methane, and that enters the atmosphere. We have cars giving off a lot of air pollution there, carbon dioxide as well. And we have a dump, an open area. Probably someone would have set a fire there to get rid of rubbish at a large dump site. So all of these cause extra greenhouse gases to enter the atmosphere. And these gases add to the layer above the earth and will trap the extra heat. It will not be able to go back out into space, and instead of going out, it bounces back and continues to overheat the earth. All right, so that overheating is what we now call global warming. So greenhouse effect is good. It is necessary for us to get sunlight and heat. But by carrying out all these extra activities and putting too much of these gases into the atmosphere, we are thickening the blanket of greenhouse gases and causing global warming, which is heating up our earth.